Gonna do mechanisms second day, right? Second day. In the first day, we have completed benzene halogenation. We have completed, right? Benzene Friedel-Crafts alkylation also we finished, right? Friedel-Crafts acylation finished. Cut again. Friedel-Crafts acylation. What should we do today? Friedel-Crafts acylation, right? Acylation. Ninth one. So benzene Friedel-Crafts acylation, ne? Finish that. Benzene nitration. Okay. Benzene nitration. Okay. Nitration. Okay. Now listen carefully. I hope you have studied the mechanisms which I taught you in the first day. I hope that you have studied. So guys, don't worry about that electrophilic addition, electrophilic substitution, nucleophilic addition, those things. Don't worry about them now. ඒක worry කරන්න after we finish mechanisms. ඊට පස්සේ දෙනවා පොඩි PDF එකක්. I'm going to give you a PDF. That PDF contains the reaction column, reaction type of reaction you are writing, all reactions in inorganic, organic you are writing. I mean majority of the reactions. So here you write the mechanism of it. Small, in small letters, it's like a revision, right? For your revision purposes, you are writing the mechanism here alone. In the third column, you are writing the type of reaction. Whether it is a free radical substitution reaction, right? Or you call it the nucleophilic addition or elimination or whatever it is, you're writing in that column. This column, you're writing a small mechanism, right? In small letters, you write very small, you write here. And then this is the reaction. What type of reaction? Alkene plus what, right? Benzene plus what? That's the thing which you're going to do. So make a PDF and nothing like a small 2 papers, A4 papers, you will get in the next month courier. Make again a buy වෙන්න එපා. Don't worry about this. Now what to worry then? Then මොකද්ද worry වෙන්න ඕනේ? Because we have completed the reactions of organic, you have to worry if you don't know the reactions. Because we have completed organic reactions, now you have to worry about organic reactions. If you can't do conversions, that is what you should worry. අනිත් ඒවා නෙමෙයි නයිට්‍රේෂන් මොකද්ද මේ මොකද එලිමිනේෂන් අව නෙමෙයි දැන් worry කරන්න ඕනේ මොකද්ද අරක conversion බැයි නම් conversion හදාගන්න ඒක කරලා ඉවරයිනේ we have finished that and now mechanisms if you can't do mechanisms still after finishing this class that means you have a problem right you have a serious problem you have to correct it quickly as possible 5 months to the exam now it's not 6 or 5 right around 5 so it's coming closer right so make sure your adrenaline is on because adrenaline is needed at the end. It makes you study. Adrenaline makes you study, right? Adrenaline makes you panic, right? It can make you panic and you make you study actually. It makes you fear. It makes you stressed, right? It makes your heart beat faster. Make sure it's there, right? Now look, let's write the normal reaction now. So this benzene ring, when reacted with conc H2SO4, conc HNO3, conc HNO3, 50 degrees Celsius, what you're going to get? An NO2. So now we are going to look how is this happening. We are going to look how is this happening, right? How is this happening? First, people, I told you in all benzene reactions, we are starting off with a what? Formation of electrophile. Ne? We have to form the electrophile first. That's the first task. Formation of electrophile. So here you go, H2SO4. First I'm drawing H2SO4. Then HNO3. Right? What is this? HNO3. right? HNO3. Then, okay, now we have to draw the arrows. Now what's going to happen? Now what's going to happen? The red color. This hydrogen and this oxygen does something weird. What is that? Oxygen pulls the electrons of hydrogen, so it has a delta minus charge. This hydrogen has a delta positive charge. Okay. So this oxygen, what it does is it has electrons, right? It has much electrons. So what he does is he's going to attack this hydrogen molecule. Once he attack, he's giving the what you call the hydrogen an opportunity to gain electrons rather than bonding to this oxygen, who is also pulling the electrons of hydrogen. Make sense, ne people? Look, if this oxygen is taking everything from hydrogen, right? Now hydrogen doesn't have anything. Now this oxygen is telling, okay, I'll give you this electron, you come with me. So what does the hydrogen do? Break the bond. That's how many relationships work in this world. Huh? Somebody else will come and give something better, and what they will do is they are going to break the bond. Normally, that's happening in the world around like might be 50%, 40%. It's happening, right? That's why we say don't have relationships in A levels, during A levels. That's the thing. That's a real thing, especially same age, right? Especially same age. We advise that, teachers advise that because something like this is going to happen. And there are many songs written for this also, right? So you guys are staying in this thing in A levels until you do A levels. Now the boy is doing everything for her, taking her bag, right? Going in bus with her, putting her to the class, and he's also going to the class. It's like a, I don't know, father-daughter relationship there. He's doing all that, right? So what will happen is finally that girl somehow she will study. Somehow she will study. The boy, on the other hand, will not do as much as the girl. Or it can happen other way also, right? Now what will happen is the girl gets 3 A's and then gets selected to university. That boy had to do second share or something like that. Second share, third share, whatever. That girl goes to university, finds someone better. That means a senior, fourth year, fifth year, there are seniors, right? So they are ready to get out from the university and they are like more stable than this person, right? Because he's still doing A levels. She feels that. The normal human nature, she feels that, right? So what happens is that person will, I mean, that girl will go with that boy, right? So this person in the A levels will face a breakup. His whole life is over. I mean, like his first shy is over, so he will have to go through this phase also, and then I don't know, something will like that happen. Right? So that's the thing. Don't have these things in this A level stage. Make it මේවා මුකුත් තියාගන්න එපා because these are wasting time. Huh? These things are wasting time. හරිද? මේ පට්ට wasting time. You need to do maintenance for it. Even for boys and girls both. Maintenance, texting, right? And everything, all of these things. You have to maintain. Maintenance takes time. Your precious time to study, right? Precious time to study. Don't do these things. If you already have one something like that, maybe you guys have, I don't know, some guys have. So if you have something like that, you have to tell the other person, okay, we are doing A levels. I want you to stop this until A level finishes. After A level finishes, we'll be okay, right? So that's the best time. After A level finishes, nothing is going to happen. So it's okay. You can do all the maintenance work, right? Nothing will happen, right? Now, what happens is when you're in something like this, fights happen, right? Heartbreaks, and these things happen, right? So what will happen is your mood will go upset and you can't study. That's the main target. Studying and getting to university is the main target, ne? This is something, this is bullshit, man, right? Make a own nanny, right? This is not what you need. This one you will get anyways in the university. Make a name yone. අරක ඕනේ. හරි රිසල්ට් එක ඕනේ. ඒක ගත්තට පස්සේ මේක continue කරන්න. If you don't have one, then don't try to find one. Okay, that's the most bullshit thing you can do nearing the exam. Right, 5 months to the exam, you feel stressed and you find someone else. Make a pa. After A levels, anything is okay. right? For Muslim people, I don't know, it's haram, right? For you guys, even after A levels, not good. I'm telling to other people here. So if you have something like that, then you have to stop it. Even Muslim people do that, right? I have seen relationships, right? So they don't think whatever they say is haram. They just follow, break the rules. Everyone, like everyone, they break the rules, right? They will end up in hell, right? So yeah, don't do this bad, right? So this example led to that one. There's a lot of things to talk about it. Huh? There are many, many things to talk about it. This is not what you think you are. This is not what you think you are. It's something very crazy, right? There are songs written, there are books written for it because there's a reason for it. Now look, now look. This sulfur has 4 oxygens and 1 hydrogen, right? 4 oxygens and 1 hydrogen after breaking the bond. So after breaking the bond, I'm gonna do something like this: HSO4 minus HSO4 minus. Do you agree? HSO4 minus. Do you agree? Do you agree with that? Tell me. HSO4 minus. Do you agree with it? Talk. Hmm. Plus, the hydrogen will attach to this oxygen. The hydrogen will attach to this oxygen. Mehema. Weird. Patta weird, ne? It's very unstable. This is very unstable. So what will happen is the bond will break. Right? The bond will break backward to oxygen. In the direction of oxygen, the bond will break. That's the red color. In the direction of oxygen, the bond will break. Right? I can't stay here, it's unstable. I want to go somewhere else. So the water molecule gets released here. The water molecule gets released. Nice. So NO2 plus H2O. We don't need this. We don't need that. We need this. This is what we need. That's the electrophile. Electrophile is a person who is lacking electrons, who needs electrons, who likes electrons, who loves electrons. So benzene will give that. Now NO2 plus is having a positive charge there, very unstable, not very unstable. It's like somewhat unstable, right? So this benzene who is looking at this case, okay, come here, NO2. I will help you. NO2, I will help you. ඔහොම ඉන්න අතල්ලක ඉන්න ඔහොම හරිද NO2 මෙහෙ ඉන්නවා කොයි හරි somewhere let's say here he's gonna attack this nitrogen එහෙම එන්න කියලා කියන්නේ people the benzene doesn't call NO to come here he's gonna go to him හරිද ගිහිල්ලා එහෙම අල්ල ගන්නවා right he's gonna go to him and then attack he's gonna attack nice now what's gonna happen now you have to indicate the hidden hydrogen also and the bond breaks here and it forms a plus charge here. Now what? Now you need this one a little bit. HSO4 minus, what it will do is, it will attack this hydrogen and say, you hydrogen come here, you don't belong there. Why? Banagaran, it's very ugly, right? See, will you this one? Very ugly, can't do any. So HSO4 minus is, you come here, I'll take you home, and the bond is going to break. Now we are getting NO2 NO2 plus H2SO4. Isn't that easy? Guys, was this easy? Make Amaru the easy. This whole story. Is this whole story hard? Nice. The clip went. Okay, tell me. Outline shape. Well. Draw this. Quickly draw it. Taggala అంది. No, no need. You have to show the resonance of benzene only if they ask. As I told you that day, only if they ask. For normal mechanism, if they ask you to draw the mechanism for this reaction, you don't have to indicate the resonance of this one. Everyone finish drawing. Once you finish drawing, inform. So what is this reaction type? Electrophilic substitution. All benzene reactions are electrophilic substitutions. Except for hydrogenation of benzene, which is an addition reaction. Uh, what do you mean? Shouldn't the corner oxygen in step 2 supply a lone pair to make NO plus? What do you mean NO plus? Supply a lone pair. ඒක එයා හදා ගන්නවා. Now this thing it will make himself. ඒක එයා හදා ගන්නවා. It's going to make himself to form this molecule. We don't have to care about that. අපිට අඳින්න ඕනේ මේකෙන් එන්න ඕනේ NO2 plus එකයි H2O එකයි. Right? NO2 plus and H2O. Now here there is a plus and minus charge if you don't know. මෙතන minus plus and minus charge එක mark කරන්න. In this structure plus or minus. Plus and minus here and here. හරි. Can I erase the word? Okay. I'm erasing. Next term. After benzene nitration, you have aldol ketol synthesis. Potta important. Very important. Aldol ketol synthesis, make your 100% attention into this. How do they give you 100% attention into aldol ketol synthesis? This is a nice story, people. It's a nice story, right? You have to agree. It's a nice story. Look. It's a problem of houses. Hari, it's a problem of two houses, right? Look. මෙහෙම සීන් එකක් වෙනවා. I'll draw an aldehyde here. Okay. Now, something interesting happens. This oxygen, what does the oxygen do? Oxygen is going to pull the electrons of carbon. Okay. Let's say this is the wife, right? This is the wife. Wife is taking the, now one carbon is one house. එක carbon එකන එක house එකක්. Right? This is one house. This is the neighboring house. Right? This is one house. This is the first house. This is the neighboring house. Right? Keep that in your mind. Now, what the oxygen does is it's going to pull all the money of carbon. Right? It's going to take all the money of carbon. That's all in carbon. Right? Carbon doesn't have money now. Muge hydrogen in ganda band, right? He can't take from the hydrogen. So what he does is, okay, I have a problem now. What is the problem? I have a plus charge. He is going to ask from the neighboring house. Machang mata denno rupiyal kiyadda? Maybe 1,000 rupees, right? Give me 1,000 rupees. I'll give it later. Then, may electron adina then. How is the mehata? First, initially, the oxygen is pulling electrons from carbon, and the carbon is taking electrons from the neighboring carbon. The uta neighbor කෙනෙක් නෑනේ. This carbon doesn't have a neighbor. දැන් හිතියොත් එහෙම දැන් එහා පැත්තේ ඉන්න එකාට යන්නේ නැහැ. හරිද? දැන් මූට යන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ මුගෙන් අදින්නේ නැහැ, right? It's not going to happen. This carbon is not going to take from its neighbor. එහෙම එහෙම අර carbon 10ක් විතර එහෙම යන්නේ නැහැ. හරිද? What's going to happen is this carbon will take electrons of this hydrogen. Pow. Why? Always, in all mechanisms, hydrogen is the one who is suffering something. Even in pH. pH H plus you're throwing H plus out. In acidity variation, H plus is thrown out of the medium. You're trying to chase H plus. Look, CH3, C triple bond carbon, H. What you're trying to do? The carbon is pulling electrons from this hydrogen and trying to chase this hydrogen away into the medium. That is acidity. Acidity is just chasing hydrogen away. And right? Same thing. So here also hydrogen gets මෙතන delta plus, delta minus වෙන්න ඕනේ. මෙයා delta minus නේ. මෙයා ඇද්දා පස්සේ හරිද? ඊට පස්සේ මෙයා electron ගත්තට පස්සේ මෙයා delta plus වෙනවා. This hydrogen becomes delta plus now. This hydrogen becomes delta plus now. I forgot one thing. Sodium hydroxide in the medium undergoes dissociation to form Na plus and OH minus. You have to write this. OH minus. This is the first step. This is the second step, right? In the second step, now what's going to happen? That OH minus. These arrows and everything are for explanation purposes. You don't have to draw them, right? These arrows and these things, you don't have to draw them. You have to only indicate these charges, delta charges, you have to indicate. That OH, who is looking at this scenario, tells hydrogen. Now, always somebody is there to help hydrogen, right? Always somebody is there to help hydrogen. In the previous one also, somebody was there. This case also, this OH is telling, bro, you have a problem, I can understand, right? You have a problem, I can understand. We all have problems in our life. So let's do something. I will help you. I'll give you electrons. Everybody is pulling electrons from you. Pow, then our electrons, right? This OH is giving electrons to this hydrogen, and hydrogen is like to other carbon, electron, like, I don't want your electrons. Keep your damn electrons. I don't want it, right? I have got electrons from somewhere else. You keep your electrons. So he's going to break the bond. Right? So because of this carbon, the neighboring house has a problem now. What to do, right? Then CH. This carbon gets a negative charge. And these people are waiting now. After creating problems in the neighboring house, those guys are waiting. Unta galak naha. Hari, මේ step එක තේරුණාද? Did you understand this step? මේ step එක තේරුණාද guys? Talk. Did you understand this step? Shape ne? You don't have to indicate these are electron moving arrows. You have to indicate only these arrows you have to indicate. The bond is broken, right? The bond is broken. Huh. Bond is broken. Right? Then. Now, now, another molecule is there, the same molecule. Then our molecule, this fate has happened for one molecule, right? Is it compulsory? Yes, it is compulsory to indicate a lone pair when drawing the minus charge. This hydrogen, carbon, double bond oxygen, hydrogen. The same damn thing happens here. Do you believe that? In other molecules also, this problem is trying to happen. Hare- Look. දැන් මොකද වෙන්නේ? This problem has happened here. And that molecule who is looking at this scenario immediately try to stop it. Why? Something bad has happened to that guy. He don't want it to happen to this guy. These molecules are like real life people. Look at them. Look, this problem is trying to happen. So this carbon will be like, okay, who knows? These molecules could have, I mean, they could think and do something, maybe. Right? Who knows? It doesn't let this carbon take electrons from the neighboring carbon because he knows something happened, bad happened when he did the same, right? So experience. He's the experienced guy. Experienced person, this is the noob. So what's going to happen is, okay, don't take electrons from this carbon. I will give you electrons. Don't worry, right? He's going to give electrons. Huh. Now, since carbon can't form five bonds, he'll ask oxygen, bro, can you just remove the bond for a while? I'll take it back, right? He's going to break the bond for a while. පොඩි වෙලාවට තප්පර පහකට වගේ බොන්ඩ් එක ගන්න පුළුවන්ද right අන්න ඒ වගේ now this carbon will attach නේ right this is the basic step draw this මේක තව එක පොඩි step එකක් තියෙනවා draw this start drawing this start drawing this then make a people in some notes and all the mechanism with H2O also given but I don't think you don't need it right you don't need that you just put water here the reaction with water and then you get the final product CH3 COH hydrogen CH2 C double bond oxygen hydrogen what type of reaction is this nucleophilic addition ඒක ලියන්න එපා don't write that Don't write noob and experience da. අයියෝ. ඕවා ලියන්න එපා. මේ ටික විතරක් ලියන්න. Done the everyone. Come on. Huh? Okay. We have space there. So do another one. Do this on your own. Right? You're going to react this compound CH3C acetone, right? Acetone. This is acetone. CH3 with NaOH aqueous. Now you know, right? Why do you put aqueous NaOH? Otherwise, this won't happen. You need water. Because otherwise, NaOH will not dissociate also. NaOH should dissociate to form Na plus and OH minus. So it should be an aqueous solution also. Now, write the product. Write the product here. And then write the mechanism. Write the product, then write the mechanism. Okay? Do it. Quickly do it. I'll give you 10 minutes. Ten minutes. 10 minutes. Okay? Done, eh? Everyone, I think, done. So I'm going to discuss this. Some people only, like 5 people are done. Hari, ne? Hari. Look, the product will be this CH3, COH, CH3, CH2, CH3. This is the product. That's the product. The mechanism, initially, the first step is sodium hydroxide dissociating into Na plus and OH minus. Right? H plus and OH minus. Sorry, Na plus and OH minus. Then this compound is there. Hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. You have to select this side or this side. I am selecting this side. You can either select this one also. Now, this one gets the delta minus, this one gets the delta plus, this one gets delta minus, this one gets delta plus. OH minus, who is looking at this scenario, attacks this hydrogen, breaking the bond. So carbon, double bond, so lone pair, carbon, double bond oxygen, CH3. Something similar happens, CH3, C double bond oxygen, CH3. So that molecule attacks this carbon, which is positively charged, acting as a nucleophile, CH3, C minus CH3, C, H, C double bond oxygen, CH3. Now water. People who didn't write this, write it down. People who didn't write it down quickly. Right, next on. After aldol ketol synthesis, alcohol with HBr. Alcohol with HBr. Alcohol with HBr නේ තියෙන්නේ ඊළඟට ටියුට් එකේ. Yeah. 11th one. 11th one, alcohol with HBr. I'm going to put this compound, CH3, CH2, OH. So HBr, who is just in this medium, Br minus and H plus. I mean, like electronegativity of bromine is larger than that of hydrogen. So bromine pulls the electrons of hydrogen easily, making the hydrogen positive. Now, you are going to break this bond. I mean, you're going to attack this hydrogen. And this bond will break. That bond will break. CH3, CH2, O, H, H oops plus and Br minus. This is the first step. Next one. Br minus is gonna react Br minus will actually attack this carbon, breaking this bond. Now what you're gonna get is people remember this HBr should be concentrated. This HBr should be conc HBr. Normal HBr will not react. Remember that. This should be concentrated HBr. We learned this in the note. Right? We used either PBr3 also for this, right? PBr3, PBr3 only, right? Conc HBr is also going to work. Plus H2O. Draw this. This is simple. Only 2 steps, very easy. Draw this. Tagganadi. Quickly draw it. Done, eh? Right. Next one. Ammonia amine with aldehyde ketone. Ammonia amine with aldehyde ketone. Okay. Now, there was a question why that Br minus is attacking the CH2 molecule. ඒක එහෙම තමයි. ඉතින් යාට තමයි attack කරන්නේ, right? So instead of attacking that oxygen positive, why is it attacking the carbon? Because bromine is a less electronegative compound than oxygen. So normally, Br doesn't attack oxygen unless oxygen attacks bromine. You have seen that in conversion mechanisms. Normally, oxygen don't go and attack. Rarely it attacks, right? It doesn't attack a less electronegative compound, right? I mean, when it attacks a less electronegative compound. When a compound is attacking, it doesn't attack somewhere higher than him. You can't go and hit the people above you, and you can't hit the president. If you do that, you're dead. Next day, you're dead. You and all your family members are dead. I don't think like the politics are things which you see in the TV is not politics, right? This reaction, ammonia or amine with aldehyde ketone. I'll react an amine, right? I'll react an amine. CH3C, CH3, CH3, CH2, NH2. What's going to breed a product? What's going to be the product? What's the name of the product? What is the name of the product? What is the name of the product? What is the name of the product? What do you call that product? That's the only way you can see that. That's the only way which you can see that. Tell, guys, talk. Right. Imine, that's an imine. CH3, C, NH, CH2, CH3. Normally, this is the final product of a conversion. This is the final product of a conversion. Normally, this is the final product of a conversion. Then how is this going to form? This CH3, this acetone molecule will stay like this. So oxygen gets a minus charge, carbon gets a positive charge. So this imine CH3, CH2, NH2 will attack this carbon and this bond will break. Okay, that bond will break. And it forms this compound CH3 minus CH2, CH3, CH3. Now something weird happens, guys. Something weird means the molecule itself attacks its own molecules. What? The molecule itself attacks its own molecules. I mean, a molecule itself attacks his own molecule. Something like this happens. This oxygen is going to attack this hydrogen. This bond is going to break. This is the only reaction, only mechanism which you can see that. Make one more reaction. Maker, he's going to attack himself. CH3COH, CH3, NH, CH2, CH3. Now again something weird happens. What is that? Guys, this OH molecule and this hydrogen molecule will get removed. So you have to indicate minus H2O. Not addition of H2O, minus H2O. H2O is getting removed. So your final product will be CH3. This bond is removed. This hydroxide is removed. This hydrogen is removed. So double bond forms in between. මෙහෙම. Double bond forms in between. Draw this. When you're done, tell me. Hurry. Next one. Two for DNP with ketone. 2,4-DNP with ketone. Guys, this is similar to this one. That mechanism is similar to this one. The only thing is, instead of the CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3 part, there is something else. HBR mechanism එකට මම හිටියේ නෑ like yeah. Recording එක දානවා මේක YouTube එකේ තියෙන recording එක. Keep that part. හරි. The difference, there's no difference actually. First you have to know how to draw DNP molecule. In the tube, is there any space to draw it? 2,4-DNP with ketone. Hurry. You have to draw the DNP. What is DNP? DNP is a special molecule which is used in identification of aldehydes and ketones. Right? It happens with both aldehydes and ketones. Make with ketone, with aldehyde ketone. dekama දාන්න. So, what does this molecule looks like? Okay. 2,4-DNP. 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazine. 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazine. Dinitrophenyl. This shows you that there is a benzene ring. 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazine. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2,4-dinitro. So 2-nitro. Phenyl hydrazine. Hydrazine is a special molecule that looks like this. Now we have molecule there. When we have molecule there, guys. So hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. When we have a molecule like something like this. So this is 2,4-DNP. Draw this. Make on the native, right? Put a box, then draw this. This is 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazine, or you call it 2,4-DNP. H එකක් වැඩි කොතනද? මෙතන හයිඩ්‍රජන් එකක් වැඩිනේ. Right. මෙහෙම අඳින්න. The hydrogen there finish drawing, everyone? Draw it nicely. මේක හරියට අඳින්න. You have to memorize this structure. You have to remember this structure. If I asked you to draw it, you should be able to draw. Okay, now let's draw the mechanism. අරක වගේමයි guys. It's like same like before. I'll draw the same molecule. So this is 2,4-DNP. Just ignore this part. Just ignore this part. Just ignore that part. He's attacking him, the bond is breaking, same thing. Right? It's the same thing. The only thing is the structure is big. Minus H2O. Draw the final product. Minus H2O, draw the final product. People don't use phones while waiting in the class, huh? When you finish, tell me. Guys, wait a minute. I had to disconnect the phone for a while. Sorry about that. Right. Okay. So yeah, half arrow එකක්ද තියෙන්නේ second step එකේ. No. No, 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 not a half arrow. This is not a half arrow. Can you write the final structure to see where the mine is carried? Yo, of course. CH3, CH3. Here. Everyone, did you get it? Okay. Easy, ne? Now it's easy flowing, guys. Now the mechanisms are easy. Don't have much to memorize now. You have something to memorize in some conversions, but majority there is nothing. Next one. Ester formation. Okay. Ester formation. It looks something similar to this one, right? The instead of the amine molecule, what is attacking is the hydroxide, right? What is attacking is the alcohol group. Look. Ester formation, carboxylic acid is there. CH3, CH2, C, double bond oxygen, OH. Then I'm taking methanol as an example, right? So what happens is the carbon gets the positive charge, oxygen gets the negative charge. Obvious, right? Something which is happening in all. Should we draw the lone pairs on nitrogen? Yeah, it's better to write, ne? You're attacking this carbon, they are breaking the bond. So it forms CH3, CH2, C, single bond, minus OH. Oops, not the benzene. CH2, shit, what's happening? Oxygen, CH2, CH3, right? Now, this one attacks this hydrogen, right? And the bond breaks. CH3, CH2. Similar to the other one. Nothing big, right? Similar to the other one. Similar conversion. Minus H2O. You are removing the H2O molecule. Then the ester will be formed. So what's going to get removed? What's going to get removed? What's going to get removed here? Tell me. What is removing here? You are writing minus H2O. Minus H2O means you are removing a water molecule. Oops. Sorry. මෙතන error එකක් ආවා. Error එකක් ආවා. Wait. Wait. There's a small error here. Sorry about that. One small error. Hurry. Wait. This one is attacking this carbon. This one is attacking this carbon. So now you form the bond. It is similar to the other mechanism. I just did a small mistake. I erased everything. That's me. Right? CH3 O H. How many? So when it forms the bond, instead of this lone pair, you're forming a bond like this. Oxygen gets a positive charge, of course, right? Oxygen gets the positive charge. This one gets removed to form total minus charge. And the carbon plus charge disappear. Now, this one will attack this hydrogen, removing the bond. This one will attack that hydrogen, removing the bond. So you will form CH3, CH2, C, OH, OH, CH2, CH3, CH3. Now you can see already the ester part is there, me. Already the ester part is there. What you have to do is you have to remove this H2O molecule out. Just have to chase it out. After you chase it, CH3, CH2, C, double bond oxygen, O, CH3. Did you understand, guys? Me amaru nani, right? Finish writing. Ester formation done. Then acid chloride with base. Acid chloride with base. Acid chloride with base. Alkyl halide, acid chloride. Alcohol with HBr. Okay, I think one is missing. Salt of alcohol with alkyl halide. Is one missing out of here? Okay, let's see after the break. Hurry. Now, acid chloride is base. Okay. 12th one done, 13th one done, 14th one done. Hurry. This is a nucleophilic addition followed by an elimination. You are reacting an acid chloride with a base. You know this, right? Write this down. Write the reaction. Formation of carboxylic acid. Formation of carboxylic acid. Formation of carboxylic acid. Also, just remember that this is sodium hydroxide you're adding into this. So your product should be containing a sodium plus salt. Because carboxylic acid will react with sodium hydroxide, which we are going to discuss in the acidity variation. Which we are going to discuss in the acidity variation. How is the... CH3, CH2, C, double bond oxygen, chlorine. As usual, carbon gets the delta positive charge, oxygen gets the delta minus charge. The OH, oops, first step I forgot. That the first step is sodium hydroxide breaking down into sodium plus and OH minus. So OH minus in the medium will react with this carbon, forming that. CH3, CH2, C, chlorine, OH. Now, after this addition, people, what's going to happen is the oxygen is going to give the return. Right? It's like re-attacking the carbon, forming a bond here, then removing this chlorine. Tells chlorine to go away, right? Here, instead of NaOH, if we add water, will it work? No, it will work. Yeah, it will work. This is just the mechanism for this you are learning, right? We're just learning the mechanism. Water dammut anivarenga people. This one will go to OH if we put water instead of sodium hydroxide. But just we are looking at the mechanism in this case. So this bond will break, which will give us carboxylic acid, which will give us carboxylic acid. Hare. Once you finish writing, tell me. Next one. Alkyl halide with alcoholic base. Huh. This one has a nice story. This one has a nice story. This was the missing one. I thought one is missing. This is the missing one. I have it in the note. Ne? Alkyl halide with alcoholic base. So this is a one-step mechanism, patta easy. Just one word you have to remember. People, two people are walking to a house. Two people are walking to a house. He's not drunk. So there are two houses, let's say. So this is his house, some other house. Other house. People, if he is not drunk, he can walk straight to his house without a problem. But if he is drunk, you know what he will do. Even when going in a vehicle, going in a car, his car will go like this. When he is drunk, fully drunk. Huh. In this reaction, this is a nice method to remember. හරිද? මේක වෙන class වල කොහෙවත් කියලා දෙන්නේ නැහැ. Not taught in any other class. This is what I created. This is something which I created. So listen carefully. I am proudly saying this. It makes sense, people. It makes sense. Alcoholic base, right? Alcoholic base OH minus cannot directly attack. He will attack somewhere else. That somewhere else is the hydrogen. Look. Hydrogen, 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 carbon, hydrogen, hydrogen, OH. Anna, Br. This reaction, which is occurring in the presence of KOH. Now, KOH dissociation, you have to indicate, this time also I'll forget it. KOH dissociation, you have to indicate, that's the first step. K plus and OH minus. You have to indicate that. Br minus, carbon plus, carbon minus, delta H plus. Neighboring carbon gets the problem. So what happens? Same thing happens. The hydrogen will get a positive charge. OH minus is looking at this case as always. He's going to attack this carbon, but he cannot attack because he's drunk, because it's alcoholic. And he goes and attack this. Exam. Don't draw it like this in the exam. He tries to go to this carbon and directly remove the bond, but he can't do that. What he's going to do is he will attack this hydrogen instead, which will form this product. Interesting. So when he attacks this hydrogen, he will break the bond and make a double bond here. Right? He will make a double bond here, and this bond he will remove. Attack, add, remove. Attack, add, remove. Attack, add, remove. Hydrogen, carbon, hydrogen, double bond, carbon, hydrogen, hydrogen, Br. Br is getting removed. So this is the formation of an alkene. This is the formation of an alkene reacting an alkyl halide with a aqueous base, aqueous alcoholic KOH. It should be alcoholic, it should be aqueous. Both should be there. It is not only alcoholic. Okay, guys, tell me, if it was only aqueous, what would be the product? If it was only aqueous, this is another method to remember this. Now, I told you my method, right? That method helps you to understand this concept also. If it was not alcoholic, only aqueous, what would be the product? He will not go like this. He will directly go to his home. What would form? What would form? Alcohol. Why? This OH will directly attack to this carbon and remove the bond. So you get an alcohol. In this case, he can't directly attack him. Why? Because it is alcoholic. He has drunk. He's drunk. Right? Next, Gafur. I didn't see him. Bro, joined and no, you didn't talk much today. You don't like organic, right? You don't like organic. When you talk in energetics, but not in organic. Are you there? Bro, are you there? No. Gafur. Hari. Next reaction. Write this down. Once you finish writing, tell me. Once you finish writing this, tell me. Don't draw this arrow like this. People, don't draw it like this, please. I just wanted to explain you. But people may, even if you react fully aqueous, some OH minus can hit this hydrogen. There are minor product. Alkene could form as a minor product. The best example is 2024 MCQ paper, MCQ number 33 or 34. Can't remember exactly. 33, 34, 35, somewhere around that you have this concept. It's reacting with aqueous base. They're asking, this could form as a minor product. Yes, of course, it can form. Right? Be careful with that. Some OH minus could attack this hydrogen when it's fully aqueous. But in this case, it will definitely attack. Aqueous alcoholic KH because it's drunk. Alcoholic means drunk. Did you understand? Did you remember that? Did you like this? I mean, did you like it? Come on, talk. How do you feel? What's the internal feeling after you listen to this? Windows ne. Windows update ne. Hari. Tell me, what did you feel after listening to this? What did you feel after joining to this class and studying mechanisms here? Than some other else class, whatever your theory class or somewhere. Interesting. Okay. What about others? Feels great. Others, come on, talk. No need long sentences, long paragraphs. Just explain your feeling in less than 5 words. Yes. Makes sense. Are, that's a difference. Okay. That's a difference. That is why I told you at the beginning, I'm not doing conversions in middle of mechanisms, in middle of isomerism, in middle of nomenclature. So this was done in 5 different parts: reactions, mechanisms, identifications, variations, and then finally isomerism. There's a small part which is nomenclature. There's one MCQ every year from that. So those are the things. Mechanisms, one more mechanism, and then we have finished all the mechanisms which are like main mechanisms. We have finished all the mechanisms which are main mechanisms after we discussed the 21st one. 21st one, 21st one, maybe 17th one. Yes, 17th one. All the main mechanisms are done after that. Acid chloride with ammonia කියලා එකක් තියෙනවා නේද guys? Acid chloride with ammonia. That is similar to the other one. අර ammonia reacting with aldehyde ketone එක වගේම එකක් චුට්ටක් වෙනස්. It doesn't form an imine. That's the problem. It doesn't form an imine. It doesn't attack the hydrogen, right? It doesn't attack the hydrogen. There's a lot of attacking here now. It's a war, right? It's a war reaction. Look, how many attacks are there? How many attacks are there here in this mechanism? Look. CH3, CH2, C double bond oxygen, chlorine. Ammonia will attack this carbon. Ammonia will attack that carbon. This bond breaks. Look what happens. CH3, CH2, C double single bond oxygen gets the negative charge. Chlorine is there happily. Nitrogen is there. Everybody is there. So nobody's happy about what is happening in here. So what's happening? Oxygen wants its double bond back. Oxygen wants its double bond back. So it's going to get it somehow. Okay, it's going to attack and get it. Then carbon says, chlorine, you have to leave. By undermeasuring, by hitiyat hariyanna, I can't make 5 bonds, right? I can't have 5 bonds around me. I can only have 4 bonds. So chlorine, you should go. Right? Chasing chlorine away. Chlorine doesn't want to go alone. Let's say in the class, two students have done something wrong. Let's say 2 students have done something wrong. 2 friends, let's say. If one friend gets scolded and chased out of the class, won't he betray the other friend? I mean, if it was a real boy, he won't do that. Like, he will betray the other one, right? I should take him and go outside. Wagi feeling you guys. He also did the same, so he should also go outside. එහෙම feeling එකක් එනවා නේද? Tell me. You feel that way, right? When you do something like that, you need to take the other person also with you, right? අන්න එහෙම වැඩක් වෙනවා. Since the chlorine is chased away, it doesn't want to go alone. It wants to take someone and go. Who is he going to take? This hydrogen. Attack. Remove. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many attacks are there? Don't number them. CH3, CH2, C, double bond oxygen, NH2 plus HCl. This chlorine and hydrogen join to form HCl. This is the formation of amide from this one. Formation of amide from this one. This is the mechanisms. These are the mechanisms which you need to know, guys. These are the only mechanisms which you need to know before going to the exam. There are 3 more mechanisms for the students who needs to learn more than this. Not necessary, but I'll give them. Then, me myself, I didn't know these A plus mechanisms until I did papers. Like very tough papers you have. Right? Until you do them and you investigate on this a little bit, after you reach 70 marks, 75 marks, what you do is you investigate on the subject. When you investigate on the subject, you find these kind of things. You can see there in the tube. Grignard reacting with carbon dioxide reaction. And reduction of aldehyde ketone with lithium aluminum hydride. That's a reduction, right? How it's a mechanism. Let's look. Salt of alcohol with alkyl halide. That looks something like familiar, but not common. It's not there in the syllabus. Directly, it's not there. We have to learn it separately. I'll give you a short break, guys. Now 8:15. Come back after 20 minutes. Come back when the big hand of the clock goes to 2. So that's 20 minutes. Have a 20 minutes break. Okay? Have a 20 minutes break. Let's do the A plus mechanisms after that. Remind me to start the recording. Right. Thank you. Now, we have our next one, the A plus mechanism, Grignard reacting with carbon dioxide. That's the 18th one, people. That's the 18th one. That's the 18th one. Look. Grignard reacting with carbon dioxide. Initially, I'll take CH3 MgCl. I'll put a bond here. To show that it is breaking, I'll have to put a bond. Right? And may not end. Okay. Then the carbon dioxide molecule. The carbon dioxide molecule is also there, plus, minus. So this reaction I didn't give in the organic reactions tute. Why? You don't need this. There's no paper with this. There's one paper back in the past, I can't remember exactly. Other than that, there is no question from this, right? So this is not in the syllabus also. Why do we learn this? Because I saw it once, right? And in some notes, they have given this, right? In some notes, they have given this reaction. Grignard reagent reacting with carbon dioxide. Make a resource book. It might be there in the resource. Some person might show me, I make a TN1. Tibbata, this is not used in conversions. This is not used in conversion. This is not seen. They don't ask you to write the mechanism for this. But in case if they ask, I have taught you. How is it naked? Something complex is going to happen now. He is going to attack this carbon. That's the first one, right? And then this oxygen minus charge, this oxygen will attack this magnesium, right? This oxygen, before that, this one will happen. The double bond will break. The one double bond, both double bonds will break into this oxygen. That's the second one. And then third one is this one. And then fourth one is this one. Right? Fourth one is that. Then guys, you're gonna get CH3, C, double bond oxygen. This oxygen will attach to this CH3 group. Right? This carbon double bond oxygen will attach to the CH3 group. Right? And then you will get OMgCl. You will get OMgCl. And when water is added into this, it is aqueous, right? It is aqueous. When water is added into this later, it will convert into OH. So what is this? A carboxylic acid. What is the chance of that they're asking this in the exam? 1%. What is the chance that they are going to ask this in the exam? 1%. 1, 2, 3, 4. So don't take much weight remembering this. Don't take too much weight remembering this. Remember this at the last or before going to the exam. If you have studied everything, and you know everything in chemistry, then come to this. If you feel like you can score 70 plus, then come to this. If one day you found this in the exam, I mean a paper class, you're going for paper classes, you're coming for my paper classes and stuff, right? So other papers you write, FWC papers, those papers you write. So after that, if you see this at least once in your A-level life, then you won't forget it. ඊට පස්සේ අමතක වෙන්නේ නැහැ කොහොමද? ආයි ඇහුවත් ඉතින් අමතක වෙන්නේ නැහැ. For now just I gave it. හරි මේක තමයි මේක. හරි this is it. After finishing this, tell me. After finishing, tell me. Everyone, after finishing, tell me. Just started to get above 65. That's good. That's good. First shy කොහොමද තිබ්බේ? First shy එකේ මොකද්ද තිබ්බේ? S එකක්ද? C එකක්ද? C එකක්ද තිබ්බේ? C. තාම full is that the full syllabus paper? Yes. හරි. Good. පට්ට. Okay. Now I'm going to erase this. Next one. In the tooth, you have reduction of aldehyde ketone with Grignard reagent. Reduction of aldehyde ketone with Grignard reagent. Okay. This is not actually a mechanism. You need to know what is going to happen here. If you put D2O, what is the product? If you put H2O, what is the product? So likewise, you have to know. Okay. A plus mechanisms, this is the next one. I'll take an aldehyde into this, CH3COH. So delta plus, this is delta minus. So lithium aluminum hydride, it will undergo dissociation to form lithium plus aluminum hydride, AlH3 and H minus. Uncommon, ne? H minus is going to form. On the other hand, water will dissociate to form H plus. Actually, this is a reversible process. Nah. Just think like this. මෙහෙම තියෙනවා H2O තියෙනවා minus delta plus කැඩෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඔහොම තියෙනවා. Right. Now this H minus will join with this carbon. This is not a mechanism. There is no attacking. There is nothing like that. Just showing you what's going to happen. That H minus will join with this carbon. Okay. And then this one will attach with this oxygen. Now what do you get? That hydrogen also attached. This hydrogen attached to this oxygen. So altogether you will get something like this. CH3, C, H, H, OH. Now what you should know? I then make it. Why do we learn this? This is the thing. If they say you, listen, if they say you, they are putting lithium, aluminium, not hydride, deuterium is there. D4. They are asking what will be the product. Could ask. That asking in the exam, 5%. මම මේ කියන එක අහන්න තියෙන chance එක 5%. If this was D4, then this one will become D minus. Then this one will become D minus, right? So this one will be D. ඔහොම. හා. එහෙම එකක් තියෙනවා. හරිද? ඔහොම එකක් තියෙනවා. මේක hydrogen නැතුව deuterium කරන්න පුළුවන්. They can do that. And I'm going to give that in the web class. Instead of this hydrogen, I'm putting D2O, right? This is D2O, not H2O. This is D2O. This deuterium molecule attaches with this hydroxide and form a hydroxide. See? So this is OD. OD Garfield. හරිද? අන්න සෙට් වුණා. OD එක සෙට් වුණා. හරිද? හරි. So this is H. I'll put an H here. This is water. Just keep that in your mind. Draw this. Draw this quickly. Tagalandin. The chance of meeting this in the exam may be 5%. Are you done? Last mechanism. Last mechanism. ඒක මතක තියාගෙන ඉන්න පුළුවන් නම් හොඳයි ඉතින්, right? If you can remember that, then good. Last one. CH3O Na plus reacting with CH3Cl. This reaction is what you're going to learn. CH3O, formation of ether. Right? Formation of ether. So what's going to happen is CH3Cl he will get a negative charge, he will get a positive charge. So guys, this molecule will dissociate into this. How is the CH3ONA will dissociate into Na plus and CH3O minus. Now what will happen? CH3O minus will attack this one. Simple, easy. This is not a A plus. The chance of they asking this in exam, I'll say 55%. They will say using the knowledge of some other mechanism, draw this mechanism. Right? Because this is similar to what we have learned before. Right? Similar to what we have learned before. Draw this and tell me done. Finished writing. Tell me, people. We are not messaging. Not even a single person says. Come on. Talk, 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 talk. Talk, my dear little students. Okay. Mechanisms done. Second part of organic completely completed. So guys, this tute contains identifications. What is remaining is identifications and what else do you have? Basicity variation. Basicity variation and then carbocation stability variation. ඔන්න ඔය දෙක තියෙනවා. හරි. Now, the thing is, you have to study this. That's the first thing. හරි මේක පාඩම් කරන්න ඕනේ. Weekly review එකක් මම දානවා කිව්වා. ඒක දැන් මේ week එක ගිය week එකේ දාන්න බැහැ. So මේ week එකේ after Wednesday's class, I'm going to put a weekly review. A weekly review එකේ I'm including mechanisms. I'm including the gases questions, some questions, and then some other are energetics වල කරේ. Building up thermochemical cycles and making questions ටිකක් දානවා. ඔය තුන තමයි අමන් දාන්නේ weekly review එකට. This week's weekly review. It contains maybe around 3 pages, something like that. So for this week, you're doing that set of questions. Next week, I'm uploading again. After that, I'm uploading again. Likewise, we're going to continue. අර conversions ටිකක් කරන්න අරගෙන මගින් නතර කරානේ ඒක හෙට ඉඳන් continue වෙනවා. I'm going to do that from tomorrow onwards. Was a little bit busy with your tunes and stuff. ඊට පස්සේ ඒක මග ඇරුණා. ඊට පස්සේ කරන්න හම්බුන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් ආයි පටන් ගන්න ඕනේ. ඒක day 7 එකේ ඉන්නේ නැත්නම් we stopped at day 7. So day 8, day 9, day 10. Day 10 වෙනකන් යන්න ඕනේ, right? So ඒක ඉවර කරන්න ඕනේ. So 3 more days for that conversions thing we have to finish. Then after that, people, yeah, prep papers. Prep paper 9 you have this week. Prep paper 8 we had last week. So that paper we are going to do. We are going to discuss next week. So after you get your corrected papers, you are going to discuss it next week. One more thing. Prep paper 9 this week. Prep paper 9. Make sure you write කට්ටියෝ maximum better than the last paper. හරි කලින් paper එකට වැඩියෙන් ලියන්න try කරන්න. Don't try to like don't just come and write the paper. Be prepared and come, right? Be prepared and come. That's what I want. So try to score more than the last paper. So likewise, only you can increase marks. That's the method of increasing marks. So if you work, you can increase marks. That's the thing. There are evidence in this meeting also, right? There are living evidence in this meeting. The people who work and increase marks. After first I C pass. Okay, mystery now probably be between A and B maybe, right? Between A and B. So 5 more months left. He can take it to an A. A වගේ කරන කට්ටිය ඉන්නවා. Paper class, one student, 60 marks she got. 60 plus. 60 plus for my paper is like above B for A level paper. Above B, not still A, still not A. If you want to go for an A, maybe above 65 marks for my paper might be good, right? Sounds good. Her inorganic is bad. That's the problem. Her inorganic is bad. That's why she has got low marks, 60 marks. Her inorganic is bad. So once she completed inorganic, then she's going to pass everyone. She's going to add more than like 10 marks for the paper once she finishes the inorganic. So that's the problem which she has, right? So everyone has so small problems. Some people can't do organic, some people can't do inorganic, some people can't do gases like physical chemistry. Some people can't do first structure disease, but they can do inorganic. එහෙම කට්ටියත් ඉන්නවා, right? Aisha Amani, now you haven't drawn the Lewis structures. I saw that. In prep paper 7, you didn't write prep paper 8. I scolded you for that. So write the prep paper 9 this week. So Lewis structures ටික ඇඳලා තිබ්බේ නැහැ. So that's the thing. Different people have different things, right? Then QPT එකට ආවද Aisha Amani? Did you join for the QPT? QPT 1, QPT 2 එකට ආවද? I didn't see your name yesterday. Maybe sessions වලට එන්නද වෙන්න එපා guys. I'm telling to everyone, you don't come to the sessions, you miss everything, then what will happen is finally you don't have anything, right? And then you say you couldn't catch up, I didn't watch recording. Some people are watching recordings of last month, right? You join for both. Then okay. Sessions miss කරගන්න එපා, papers miss කරගන්නත් එපා, because one paper I told you it is how much? 350 rupees. එහෙමනේ කිව්වේ? 350 නේද? I remember exactly. 350, right? I told you. 750. 750 rupees. One paper is 750 rupees because 3,000 divided by 4 is 750. So 4 papers, 4 weeks. So one paper 750. එහෙම තමයි වැඩේ යන්නේ. Okay, now you can leave the meeting now. Tomorrow, physical students, you don't have paper this session tomorrow, Friday, because we are taking it only Friday. But online students you have. So online students come and write on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all you have days, you can write on any of those days. From morning 10 onwards, you have the paper session. You can join the Zoom link, turn on the camera, and then write. Everyone should join. Everyone should join. This week Friday, if you have anything like school term test or something, you didn't get the papers yet. Okay, people who didn't get couriers yet, Amra from you paid later, right? After the first courier set, you paid. So tomorrow only I'm couriering your tudes. That's the issue, right? Gafur, you should get. You are getting normally with a late, right? Maybe did you? No. Other people have received. Shuhaila, Shakir, I didn't courier you. I gave your tudes to Aruni. Right? Didn't I give your tudes to Aruni? Did I miss it? Aruni, did I give Shuhaila's tudes? No? So physical students who can get the tudes, I didn't courier. Ganda Puluwan Katti, your friends and all, I didn't give. I gave Tulasikas and Priyankas, right? I missed Shuhaila's tude, I guess. Yeah, I missed her tude. Shuhaila, did you join for rapid revision? No, right? You joined for normal revision, right? I missed you. Come on. I missed you. Yes, normal revision. It's only one tude. Energetics part 2 you need. Now, until now you have continued. Okay, right? You only need to get. You gave first class too. I gave first class also. I didn't give the papers. Prep paper 9. Okay, people who don't have the prep paper 9, I'm gonna put the PDF, take a photocopy quickly, and do the paper. Right? Prep paper. Aparadhi now I have printed ne. Hey, May 5 or something. May 5 means, did I miss it? Amra Ifam. Did you pay for rapid revision and paper? Uh-huh. That's Malvana. Malvana problem, ne? This time also, I think. Malvana problem. Last month, the same thing I might have happened this time also. You know what happened, guys? One student's tutor, the post office kept it without giving her. Like for 1 week, they are keeping it, right? So what we did was we called them, we scolded a lot, and then he itself gave it to her at that moment, right? He walked and went to her house and gave it at that moment. They have the chance to give it. They could give it, but they don't give it. There's only one post office like that in Sri Lanka. There's one post office like that in Sri Lanka. That's the problem, right? That's the problem there. So this time also, maybe something like that. So chance to scold now, right? We got a chance to scold. You got a chance to take the dude, right? So බලමු හරි let's see that. ඒකේ හැම එකක් වෙන්නේ නැති අනිවාර්යෙන් මේ පාරත් මං කෝරිය කරා මේ receipt එක බලමු right. I see. Others people අර වෙලා ගිහිල්ලා pay කරපු කට්ටිය ඔය after the first courier set, after I put a keels bag with the tubes set අන්න ඒකට පස්සේ pay කරපු කට්ටියට tubes පස්සේ හම්බෙන්නේ. Now tomorrow I'll courier you. I'll get it with a little bit late. ඒක මේ අවුලක් වෙන්නේ නැති වෙයි right. I'll courier you. Prep paper 9 also I'll courier. 9, 10, 11 I'm going to courier you, right? So if you can wait until Sunday to write papers, then wait. If not, if you want to write on Thursday, Friday, then you can write. මේ photocopy එකක් ගහගන්න මගෙන් ඉල්ලන්න. Ask me the paper privately in WhatsApp. Don't ask the main number, not 77336334, that one. Ask my main number. Yeah, that's all, right? So write the paper tomorrow. You have an online paper session, no physical paper session. Just keep that in your mind. I'll inform in the groups also. So make sure you write the paper tomorrow nicely. Right. Now you can leave the meeting. Thank you for joining. See you again on Saturday's class. Bye-bye. You never fail until you give up. I didn't say that after a long time. Can you give after school time? After school time. Oh, Arun, do you have an exam this year? This week? Do you leave the meeting? Afternoon, 1:30. The paper is around 2 hours, around 3.5 hours maybe, right? So from 1:30, if we start at 2, 3, 4, 5, 5:30. I'll talk with the institute and let you know, okay? Because other students can't come now. Okay, let's see. I'll do something with that, okay? I'll let you know. Right, leave the meeting now.